Once again, Don and his company Neurosom raising through a partner of ours, another funding portal called Red Crow. I'm going to send through a link here to the offering page, and it'll take you over to their portal as well. So, Don, take it away. Happy to hear from you.
Great. Thanks very much. At Neurosom, we are a medical device company, and again, we're on the Red Crow platform. And our goal is to develop electric sleep therapy, techniques for improving the quality of sleep. Sleep is a public health issue. Many people suffer from insomnia. And it's not just an impairment of performance, like workplace performance, it's also a health issue. Many disorders, including anxiety, depression, and even dementia, are exacerbated by poor sleep. The question is how to deal with it. How are we going to improve sleep? And at Neurosom, we have begun by our scientific research to understand the mechanisms of sleep. How does the brain regulate the sleep process? So we've applied high-density electroencephalography to localize the brain generators of the slow oscillations of deep sleep. The stage N3 is the deepest and most important stage of sleep for not only consolidating memory, but also having the restorative effect of a good night's sleep. So our science work gave us actually a discovery that the slow waves of deep sleep are generated in the limbic structures of the brain at the core of the cerebral hemispheres. Now that was interesting to us because it taught us how to go to the next step. We could then use that knowledge of how sleep is controlled to target the brain regions and therefore enhance the length of deep sleep. So by understanding the neural sources, we could design a simple headband that you can apply with a battery-operated controller that then applies electrical currents through the appropriate pathways to synchronize the brain's natural electrical activity and therefore enhance the length of your deep sleep. So our goal was to allow working with an older person and give them the sleep of a young 20-year-old. And we were able to do that by applying the electrical currents at the appropriate time. Now, an important trick was being able to measure and detect the sleep stages in real time using artificial intelligence at the bedside. So with a simple NVIDIA nanocomputer, we're able to apply a convolutional neural net in real time at the bedside, detect the appropriate stages of sleep, and then turn on the electrical synchronization to enhance the important stage of deep sleep. Now, part of the goal there was not just the science, but the engineering to make this feasible. There are a number of features that have to be designed in so that a person could do this fairly high-tech intervention at home. And that's been our goal, is to be able to design a simple headband and provide the training procedures that allows a person to apply this at the bedside, linked with Bluetooth to the nanocomputer that's running the NVIDIA artificial intelligence to be able to map and monitor the sleep stages at the bedside. This has really given us an advance over any of the other technologies for headbands manipulating sleep. It's a very active area. Many people all over the country are concerned with their sleep. They know they might be getting a little older. Their sleep isn't quite as good, and maybe their memory function isn't quite as good. They want help with this. So at Neurosom, we're providing an advanced technology to provide that sleep enhancement, both in the wellness, but also in the medical space. So we have a full medical quality system. We work very closely with the FDA to be able to develop medical technology that can then be approved in the medical space. We've had good press from the both popular press as well as our scientific publications, and we've been active in patenting. There are a number of unique features that contribute to our IP that make us really quite unique in this space. So we're now raising funds on the Red Crow platform. We have a target of raising 5 million in order to allow us to take what we've created and go to market. And the markets we're looking at are insomnia, a very substantial market right now, given the demand of people whose sleep is not good and they know it's impairing their health. We're also looking at the cognitive decline market, people who are over 50, people who are over 60, and are finding that their cognitive function isn't quite as good as it used to be, and they can relate this to the impairment of deep sleep. So we've been fortunate now, as we're preparing this go to market and putting the final touches in product design, to have grant support from the federal government. So in many ways, we've been able to de-risk the investment opportunity for investors with the non-dilutive funds we've had from the federal government. One large project we have right now is from the US Army, and the goal is to improve sleep under operational conditions where the military environment is very demanding on performance, and the person may not have the opportunity to have a good night's sleep. They may only have a short nap before they have to go into a high difficulty performance environment, such as rotorcraft. The goal is to have a power nap, to use our oscillation synchronization of our technology to improve a short period of sleep to make it as effective as a longer period. Another major market that we have is in cognitive decline. Sorry about the phone call. We are able to then build an application specifically for senior citizens. These are people who may be healthy. They may not have cognitive impairment yet, but they're old enough that they're on the risk schedule for it. So the National Institutes of Aging has funded our project to examine cognitive decline with the goal of reducing the rate of cognitive decline in mild cognitive impairment, and therefore putting off the time to Alzheimer's disease by improving sleep, where we can demonstrate that we're able to clear the toxins of the brain by improving the length of deep sleep. So our team has a good background not only in science and engineering, but also in medical marketing. We've had a long history of companies that deal with advanced brain technology, which we took to an IPO in 2013, and then were acquired by Philips Healthcare in 2017. We were able to take those funds, translate them into our current effort, and now ready to go to market. And importantly, I'll emphasize that we have very good advice from key opinion leaders in sleep medicine, such as Dr. Ruth Benka at Wake Forest University. So that's the overview of Neurosom. Again, we're on the Red Crow platform, and we're glad to be included in the unicorn hunt and to have a chance to talk to you today. So thanks much.
Hey, thanks a bunch, Don. I love that logo.